everyone, I'm Rebecca Toutant, aka Ms. Toots. I'm a dietitian, personal trainer, and a diabetes educator. My practice focuses on helping children and adults have a healthy relationship with food and movement. I had the honor of developing this program with April Lyles, the Waltham Food Service Director, and Stacy Tully, the Executive Director of Healthy Waltham. And we are so excited to bring this program back to the schools again this year. So Fearless Foodies is a lunchtime experience for kids, and it's all about getting them interested and confident in trying new foods. Last year, we ran the program from March to June, and we had 4 different lessons: protein, dietary fat, antioxidants, and hydration. Along with being in the schools and having kids try food, we also sent home handouts and created videos to keep the excitement going and engage parents. We were very specific in choosing fun, simple, whole food, kid-friendly recipes, and we paired that with a taste test and games to make it more exciting for kids to try new foods. Children really seemed to connect with the program. They loved participating at lunch, and we always ran out of samples. I can't tell you the number of times I was at the grocery store or the YMCA or just at the park, and kids would come up to me and ask if I was Ms. Toots and when I was coming back to their school. It was a really rewarding experience. So we learned a lot in our first year, and we're eager to put those lessons into practice this year. The biggest thing we want to do is to avoid derailing the lunch schedule. So we're going to try to keep the lunch activities interactive but short, and we're planning to have the samples on the line instead of passing them out. We're also going to give you a lot more behind the scenes support, so more videos, more handouts, more things that kids can bring home to keep the experience going. So why do this? And it's a really wonderful question. I mean, at the very core, food is a foundational need for human beings. And most children are getting enough calories, but the quality of those calories is really lacking. The research demonstrates that most children are deficient in key nutrients like calcium, fiber, folate, iron, magnesium, potassium, and vitamin E. And that's because they're not eating very nutrient-dense foods like fruits or vegetables or whole grains. Instead, most children get the majority of their calories from sugary drinks, desserts, and pizza. Upwards of 50% of their daily calories are from these foods. And this is in part due to the lack of opportunity of trying new foods. Cooking isn't as commonplace as it once was at home, and meals are really often catered to what the child will accept. So children get in this cycle of only accepting what they know and only being offered what they know. And missing out on these nutrients and relying on the empty foods makes it a lot harder for children to focus in the classroom and out. So while we can't address any family dynamics that may affect the children's confidence to branch out from their normal foods, we can run the program during lunch in a fun and positive way, positioning the new food as an exciting opportunity rather than a health chore. So there's a lot of research out there about what it takes to get a kid excited about food. So number 1, feeling comfortable can take 10 to 20 exposures with a food. That means seeing it, tasting it, cooking it, going to the grocery store. And our program is not going to give those 10 to 20 exposures, but it's going to give quite a few hits between the materials that we pass out, the videos, and the lunchtime interaction. And if our families and teachers can continue the lessons at home, we can get to that 20 pretty quickly. And I can't tell you enough the importance of having fun. There's some really great research about what it takes to create new synapses in the brain. And when it's done through just traditional learning, it can take 400 repetitions. But when it's done through play and experience, that we cut substantially into 10 to 20 repetitions. So in short, we are trying really hard to reposition the quality of the foods in the minds of the children as something fun, delicious, accessible, and really desirable. So this year, I will not be in the lunchroom. I'm going to keep creating the materials like the videos and the handouts, but our wonderful Haley, Professor Upbeat, will be in the lunchroom running lessons and providing samples. Our plan is to run a remote campaign in January and February with lots of videos and handouts. And then we're going to get back to the classroom or back to the lunchroom in March, talking about snacks, breakfast, as well as exploring where food comes from. So we really just ask that you remind students to check out the handouts and the videos and to get excited for Fearless Foodies, because the more fun and the more community we have, the more successful the program will be. So thank you guys for your support. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out.